So, I'm writing a story on mortgage fraud and I understand that you are a victim of the system.
That's right. I'm just a poor victim.
That's terrible. Can you tell me what happened?
Sure. About 5 years ago, I purchased this house for $495,000.
It's a beautiful house.
Thank you, I know. The problem started when I found this house for sale in 2006. The mortgage broker told me I could afford it.
Well, can you afford it?
Definitely not. My income is only $706 per month in disability checks.
So, what made you think you could afford a house that was selling for $495,000? Were you putting down a large deposit and only financing a small portion of it?
No, actually, I purchased the house with no money down and I financed the entire $495,000.
How much was the mortgage payment?
$3,279 per month.
But, you said you only bring in $706 per month.
That's right. And that's the problem.
So, why exactly did you think you could afford a $3,279 monthly mortgage with a $706 monthly income?
The mortgage broker said I could afford it and IndyMac Bank gave me the mortgage, so I figured I must have been able to afford it. The mortgage broker told me that the value of the house would continue to rise and that I'd be able to eventually sell the house for a profit. Also, I spoke about this to the attorney that the mortgage company provided and he confirmed everything would be okay in the end.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Meanwhile, I missed my first mortgage payment 5 years ago, since I obviously could not afford the payment.
That's terrible.
And I was forced to take in boarders.
Boarders?
Yes, renters. I rent out individual rooms in the house to strangers and they pay me rent. That's how I survive and pay my bills.
Oh, I see. So you use some of that extra income to pay your mortgage?
No, I cannot afford the mortgage. Weren't you listening? Hey, on my loan application, the loan officer wrote down that I earned $9,050 monthly. That lying bastard. This is all his fault. And, because IndyMac was not allowed to confirm anything on my loan application, they believed all of it. Nowadays, that sort of thing is illegal.
You're kidding?
No, it's true. That loan officer already pleaded guilty. Meanwhile, I am forced to continue to live in this house with nowhere else to go.
That's terrible.
If I had been making all my payments for the last 5 years, I would be out $159,000. Isn't that unbelievable? It's hard to believe these banks can get away with this kind of thing in this day and age.
I agree. So, what about homeowners insurance and real property taxes? I guess you pay those yourself.
Well, no. Those are included in my monthly mortgage payment. And that's another $14,000 those bastards would have taken from my pockets if they had their way.
I can't believe they are doing this to you. Don't you have any family members who you can turn to for help?
Yes, I have a son. He helped me get this mortgage, God bless his soul. If it were not for him, I might have not been able to buy this beautiful house.
Well, can he help you with the mortgage payments?
No, with all that the bank has been putting me through, I needed him to come live with me. He and his wife and children all moved in back in 2007. They help with the chores and look after me. It's a big responsibility, a house like this, and I don't take it lightly. I told my son and his wife to quit their day jobs so they could devote all their attention to the house and taking care of me. Between both their unemployment checks, my disability checks, and all the rental income, we can barely make ends meet.
It sounds like your children are really special. You're very lucky.
I know. And now the bank wants to foreclose and take away my house. What will my children and grandchildren and all my subtenants do without this house? Where will they all go?
Don't worry about it. Once my story is published and everyone sees how they are making a victim out of you, I'm sure someone will step up and help you out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.